Right, let's look at this question. Use the substitution. Question 1. Use the substitution. Use the substitution. S equals to sine x to find the exact value of value of integral of from pi over 6 up to pi over 3 sine squared x cos cubed x dx. That's 6 marks. Solution. Right, we want to integrate by substitution. So whenever we are integrating by substitution, step number 1, we have to differentiate the substitution. So since we have this function, our substitution in this case is given by s equals to sine x. Our substitution is given by s equals to sine x. Therefore, since s equals to sine x, s equals to sine x, ds dx is given by ds dx is given by differentiating sign will give us cos x. Now we make dx subject to formula because we would want to substitute this dx. Our dx now will be ds over cos x. So we make our dx subject to formula, right? Then next step, we have to change the limits. We have to change the limits. For the limits, we have x limits here, but we have to change them. We have trig limits, we have to change them to s limits. We have x limits, we have to change them to s limits. Right, so from our substitution, remember we said we have x limits, but we want s limits. From our substitution, remember we said s is equal to sine x, s is equal to sine x. Then when x is pi over 6, when x is pi over 6, right? So we substitute pi over 6 here. Our s becomes sine pi over 6, which is equal to root 3 over 2. Remember, pi over 6 is the same as 180 divided by 6, which is 30 degrees. Then from our special angles, from our special angles, sine 30 is equivalent to half, or 0.5. So here we have half. Then when x is pi over 3, we have s equals to sine pi over 3, which is equal to sine pi over 3 is the same as sine 60 degrees. And from our special angles, sine 60 degrees is the same as the root of 3 over 2, or so it's the same as root of 3 over 2. Now we have a root of 3 over 2 here. So we have new limits for s. Now substituting the values that we have for sine, we are now substituting with s, which means we have integral of from half up to root 3 over 2, from half up to root 3 over 2. Then remember, for sine we are substituting with s, but sine squared becomes s squared. Then cos cubed x, cos cubed x. For dx we are now substituting with ds over cos x times dx ds over cos x, right? Then here we have integral of from half up to root 3 over 2. Cos x into cos cubed, we have s squared cos squared x ds. Then for cos now, remember from our trig ratios, cos squared x is the same as 1 minus sine squared x. From the identity sign, squared x plus cos squared x equals to 1. If we make cos squared x subject to formula, we get 1 minus sine squared x, right? So in this case we can substitute this one, and remember our sine is s, so that will be 1 minus s squared. That will be 1 minus s squared here. So we can substitute here with integral from half root 3 over 2 s squared times 1 minus s squared ds. Now integrating this function, now we use from half root 3 over 2 times s squared times 1, that's s squared, minus s squared times s squared, that will be s to the power 4 ds. Now we integrate each term with respect to s. Integrating s squared, we get s cubed over 3 minus s to the power 4, s to the power 5 over 5 from, remember we have our limits from half up to root 3 over 2, right? Now substituting our upper limit first. Substituting our upper limit, then we subtract the lower limit. Here we have, for the upper limit, we have root 3 over 2 for s cubed divided by 3 minus root 3 over 2 or over 5, that will be to the power 5, minus, now we substitute half here, we have half cubed or over 3 minus half to the power 5 or over 5, right? Then simplifying, if we put everything into your calculator, let me use my calculator here. Instead, leaving your answer in set form, this one becomes root 3 cubed, root 3 squared give us 3, so that will be 3, 2 cubed, that's 8 over 3, that's 24. So we have 3 root 3 root 3 over 24, then minus this one becomes 9 root 3 minus 9 root 3 over 2 to the power 5, that's 32 times 5, that will be 1/6, minus then this one is 1 over 8 divided by 3, 1 over 24, minus this one becomes 1 over 32, 1 over 1/6. Let me simplify this one. Now we have 3 root 3 minus 9. We have our common denominator here. Okay, let me expand the brackets first. 3 root 3 over 24 minus 9 root 3 over 1/6 minus 1 over 24 plus 1 over 1/6. Then we have our common denominator here. We want to leave our answer in said form. So 24 into 1/60, how many times? No. So 1/60 is not our lowest common denominator here, but we can group like terms. Let me just punch the whole in part in the calculator. Let me see what we get inside the form. Here we get 33 root 3 minus 17 all over 480. So here we can take our 480 as the lowest common denominator here. So this is how we integrate by substitution. So integration by substitution, first step, you have to integrate, you have to differentiate the given substitution. Then second step, if we have our limits, you have to change limits from x limits to s limits. Then after that, you substitute your s for sin x, then you simplify as far as possible. So that's how we integrate by substitution. Thank you.